without a further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's just get right into exactly what I witnessed. Typical Washington Redskins, Washington footballs, Washington Commanders, whatever you like to call a Washington franchise, S behavior. Yes, as you recall, I did my preview last night. If you guys paid attention to it, I just said I feel like something wacky was going to happen during the course of the game. And I said that the Rams will win within 26 to 17. They beat us 28 to 20. So I guess I was off. Probably they scored two more points and we scored like a field goal more. But the crazy thing about that is, even going into when you even think about it, something was telling me early in the game, kick that field goal. When we were up there, we went for the fourth down the first time. I was like, okay, go for the fourth. But the second time we didn't get up, I was like, nah, just go for the field goal because I already knew it was going to be a rollout. Because I know we can't never get quarterback sneaks, we can't never get runs. So I knew it was going to be a rollout. So they were already prepared. So like it's like they scouted and studied us to a T to like actually know what we are going to do. And it was evident what we were going to do. We are going to roll out. And if anything, we're going to roll out, try to make a play where Sam can like extend the ball with his legs and just run for the first down. I would have rather that happen, like a design, like run, and then if you need so be, probably dump out to like a tight end, that's off his block and he's running into the flats. But that's not the creativity that this offense comes with that as it has. Even though we have the personnel, we believe we have the personnel to do so. We didn't do. We missed out on a lot. The defense was mediocre. Of course, we gave up a play during the course of this game to the legendary Cooper Kupp. We already know his hands are automatic. Like the ball was a little bit out in front of him. He still managed to haul that in with both of his hands, catch with both of his hands, and just take it in for the touchdown. Like wide open. Like who was supposed to cover that zone? Who was supposed to cover that zone? Was it on Curl? Like who was it on Butler? I don't know. Worst defense in the league, 32nd rate. I already know we got the worst coverage. And we already know we're going to pass the ball a million times. No B-Rob today. No Brian Robson today. No Brian Robson today. Okay. We already know. Antonio, this could have been a game Antonio Gibson really shined. Like he did. He did a decent job running the ball. And I thought he was going to be used more in the passing game, like how we used him in the Seattle game. And I thought like maybe we could balance it out with him and C-Rod. Didn't see a lot of that. I guess they were still trying to make Sam Howell, create. And like he extended some plays, got us some first downs. That was cool. But the Sam Howell train may have stopped here today. And I'm going to get into that. 11 for 26 for Sam, like over like 100. I can't even recall off that. But 11 for 26. A lot of passes, a lot of plays were off cue, not on schedule. Sam Howell has not played a good game of football since that Seattle game. After that Seattle loss, everybody was in Sam corners like, man, we got us a quarterback. We got us a quarterback. He has not looked good since that Seattle game. He has not looked good at all. He has thrown 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions since that Seattle game. It has just not looked good. We haven't looked good at all. Like games that should have been certain wins. Like we bounce back, we coming to New York. We playing at home. We thinking we got the game. Terrible game. You get outplayed by a guy off the streets. A guy off the streets with an Italian mob agent. Like you get outplayed by him. In a pivotal game, like 0-5 in the division, and more than likely we're gonna go 0-6. But I'll tell you this. I think the Sam Howell train, as much as we like Sam Howell, like as much as great as he played starting off the year, 17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Since then, he has not looked good. It's actually been 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, since that Seattle game. Now he's actually looking like a 5th rounder. He's actually looking like a 5th rounder. So he stole 19 touchdowns and 15 interceptions for the year. Doesn't look that much better than what Heineke had from the season that he played a full year of football. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a 4,000-yard quarterback because I think the last 3 games, I think many are gonna want Jacoby Brissett. I already know the fans are calling for it. The fans are beefing for it on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and in these groups. Terry McClaurin looked like Terry McClaurin today. Looked like he had a career high, and it's crazy. I was looking at like Tank Dell or somebody's stats a few weeks ago. I was like, dang, he already has a 140-yard receiving game. Terry McClaurin never had that. I want to know how that looks like for Terry McClaurin, somebody we know that can do that, capable of doing it. What it looks like. He got over 140 yards today, 6 catches, 140 yards. Now, if he gets another 100-yard game and has another decent few games after that, he'll have his fourth straight 1,000-yard year. And I really think a lot of people don't even want to go into this discussion. I really see us leaving the discussion of left tackle and going into the topic of quarterback. I see it now. Like, I see it. The last few weeks, I kind of like blurred the lines. Was like, man, it's the offensive line. Like, now the argument will be put more so towards drafting a quarterback. I see a few possible scenarios. I'll go a little bit into it now, probably deep dive in another video. More than likely, we already know that Caleb Williams, Drake May, they're QB1 and 2 in this draft. And then you already know Marvin Harrison is a hot commodity. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a hot commodity. And we already know Arizona's not going to take a quarterback. So if this draft order stays where it is now, we're already going to see Caleb Williams go 1 to Chicago, Drake May 2 to New England. Arizona is going to get Marvin Harrison Jr. And then more than likely we'll have a chance of getting Jaden Daniels, the Heisman Trophy winner. It is a good draft for quarterbacks. Some people will say, nah, let's just, draft the LT. He'll still need a line. Now, after the day, people will say, oh, Jacoby Brissett didn't have a problem with the line. But people got to remember, the Rams wasn't going full throttle, like at the point they're up 28-7 when Jacoby Brissett is putting the game with like 7 minutes left. They're not going full throttle no more. Now, if we can see this over the next few weeks during the course of the game, then you come back and reevaluate. Because one thing with this fan base, we'll let 1 or 2 games like be the foresight of the future. And it's like we kind of guilty of that with Sam Howell. Sam Howell did have a lot of good games this year, but we have not seen a good game from Sam Howell in a month. We just have to be honest. Since that Seattle game, it's been 4 weeks. A month. It's 4 weeks in a month. We were 4-6. Some people were still talking playoff push. It was like, man, if we beat the Giants, and then we'll go into Thanksgiving with some momentum and all this and that. We still gotta we didn't do nothing against Miami, and we still gotta play the next winnable game. To be honest, it's the Jets game. Sorry about that. The Jets is a possible win. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers will be playing in that game, but we can possibly get that game. And if Jacoby Brissett is in the game and he can play similar to how he played today, I think we can win that game. I just want to see us win one more game. I don't want to see us going out just on this limb, just being losers. I'm tired of being a loser. A lot of people want to be in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. I didn't want to see us there. I wanted to see us be good, so we don't have to be picking this early. But some people just say, hey, well, fuck it. So be it. Another scenario I can see is Caleb's father. He may not want to play in the Chicago market. He may not want to play with that team. He may not see it fit for his son. He may want that rollout to be him coming back home. And Magic Johnson and Rails and Josh Harris, they'll be on board for that. And it's an attractive market. You have the owners, they're in place. And Josh Harris and them have made it and stated, we're trying to become a winner. Sam Howell, you did a good job the first 10 weeks. But hey, this last month down the stretch, nah. And it's just too much talent in this draft to just pass up on the quarterback. And I know a lot of you guys are just so sold on Sam Howell. I still like Sam Howell. I still will put the wolf emojis. Now, he might be going to QB2 next year. And he'll be a good QB2. He'll be a very good QB2. The case for quarterback being drafted was here today, because weeks ago I thought this game was a winnable game, but the Rams, they've been on a hot streak of late. We can't even stop the run today. Like, I didn't even see Jonathan Allen. I seen Deron Payne make some plays. Percy Butler made a play or two, but then he went back to shit. Quan Martin made a play. Who even remembers that we have a secondary? Benjamin St. Juste always do stupid dances at the wrong time. It kind of reminds me of like when you play like Madden and you got the last gen version, they just do like the wrong celebration. It's like, dude, he just scored a touchdown on you. Like, why are you celebrating? Like, it's just like, all out of sync, a malfunction and glitch, like in Benjamin St. Juice's brain. And at one point in time, I thought Benjamin St. Juice could be our CB1. That's never going to happen. Emmanuel Forbes, did he even play today? Somebody answered that for me in the congregation. Emmanuel Forbes, did you even play today? Did you even play today, Emmanuel Forbes? Did you play? Didn't see you. Seen Fuller make some plays. See Fuller with a fumble recovery. Defense been so non-existent. 32nd ranking in the league. The offense, I will say this. The offense did come to life during when Brissett came in. We were trying to make some runs down the field during the course of the game when Sam was in. But Sam, man, he went from making a case for him staying and building around him to making a case for him to be demoted to a backup. Because it was just some off-cue plays. You can't get the ball to your star receiver. Now, is it all on Sam as far as the play call or not? Because it looks like even some of the plays that was called for Brissett, like, I never seen these plays called for Sam with, like, these receivers getting space like that. Like, why can't Sam get this? Or maybe it's Sam on his reads, like Sam just staring down receivers. He's just not probably ready for it yet. Like, defenses have figured him out. Brissett is not a long-term solution. I hope you guys don't create this whole Brissett thing. Like, yeah, he looked good those last few drives, but I don't want to see no Brissett hurt either. But he also struggles as far as his athleticism. Like, him rolling out the pocket did not look right. But he does get the ball out, and he does stand tall in the pocket at 6'4", 6'5", so that's the advantage he has. Sam is always getting batted down at that line, man. It's like something I noticed, but I just wanted to put past him, like, okay, it's going to happen. He'll learn, but he might not even have the time to learn because this team is not going to invest in him. You just have to wake up and realize we're going to invest into a quarterback. As much as we want Joe Alt or Fasanu out of Penn State to come here, it's just I can't really see it right now happening. Unless the staff is going to say we're going to ride it out with Sam these next few games, and he just comes back and just have 10 touchdowns and no interceptions in these last 3 games or something dramatic, and he shows that he's not going to take all these sacks and he's not going to make the wrongs. I don't see that happening. Like, I think his confidence is broke. I think like the young quarterback, he's broke right now. Like, this is a tough burden. This is a middle hurdle. Like, I wanted Sam to succeed. Because I feel like this team in the history, we've always historically been better with quarterbacks drafted in later rounds. Now, this may not even happen. Like, you might as well, or some people are just saying, just shut it down right now. Like, the season's over. It is over. Let's just be real. The season's over. Let's just stop lying to ourselves. The season is over. 4-10. You've been eliminated. It's just over. I guess people going to play the pad stats and for their bonuses now. I mean, Terry still got a chance to get over 1,000 yards. As bad as this season has been, that 140, and it's crazy because in my video yesterday, I did say I wish he hope he has a big game, like over 120 yards, 140 yards, something like that. I did say that, and that did come into fruition. So I am happy that happened, but I'm not going to wrap y'all up too much longer, man. I'll give y'all some more feedback throughout the course of the week about this draft. It's your boy, Burgundy Drip Code Trim. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Till next time, hail to our Washington Commanders, man. I'm about to go get me a few wings and some French fries, drink some mumbo sauce, man. Let's just look at these draft boards.